Adept at connecting the dots. Big one here. There's a little abstractness related to this as well, especially in highly complex environments. You've been around people who somehow they come up with this brilliant answer. Everybody's talking about something and no one's kind of gotten to that bottom line point or a sense of how all these things connect. Another way of saying connecting the dots is also crystallizing the fragments, so to speak. We have these fragments of thinking going on, and every now and then we hear someone say something, and all those dots and all those fragments get connected and crystallized. And so we teach our statespeople how to do this. But this also comes from, by the way, there's a lot of life experience related to this one. I'm not going to deny that. There's a lot of experiential wisdom that comes with this. I'm not going to deny, because they've been there, done that. They've experienced failure, rejection, disappointment, because they weren't able to connect the dots. And because they see somebody else going down that path, they can say, you may want to consider this, because here are the dots I connected, here are the fragments I crystallized, and I want to let you know. And so anyway, how much time do we have?
1 minute.
Jeez, okay. I said we'd go over a couple times. Okay. Skilled in discussing nuances of the current culture and events in the world. They're really good at that. And by the way, there's no either or. I knew for everything that happened, there was almost an infinite number of perspectives, sides to the story, ideas. This either or, I'm a Republican, you're a Democrat, you're wrong, I'm right. You got to get out of that thinking, folks. That's the thinking we have to get out of. We teach people how to do that in terms of understanding that this world is full of nuance, full of subtlety, full of things that we don't even know yet. But on the other hand, you know, we're saying, this is what I am. This is the box I live in, and no one's going to change me. Keep going. All right. Encourage the study of trend lines versus headlines. Got a whole new, I don't want to, I got a lot to say, but on the other hand, we operate a lot off headlines, don't we? Here's the headlines. This world is going in a handbasket. And yet the trend lines are, for every bad thing that happens, there's 1,000 good things that happen. And there's books that have been written with tremendous amounts of data saying the progress in the world is going this way in so many different areas. I want you to really, I could tell you, Steven Pinker, Enlightenment Now, it's a heavy read, it's tedious reading, a lot of data, but Steven Pinker, Enlightenment Now is a brilliant book. He's a Harvard, Stanford professor. And I don't think he coined this phrase, but there's a lot of trend lines that go unnoticed, that go unthought about, that go somehow miss the boat, and the headline becomes, here's what's wrong with the world. Here's what you need to be afraid of. Here's the concerns that you should all have. And so, anyway, trend lines become much more important when making decisions than headlines, okay? We teach statespeople how to do that. Keep going.